happen. Now, I can understand them wanting to make their money, but you have to think about your fans. This is a pivotal moment for y'all sport. Why would you have a lockout at a time like this? For the life of me. Like, y'all just now kind of got the casual fan.
Adam Silver just lit the entire WNBA on fire. The entire 2026 season, cancelled, erased, wiped off the map like it never existed. And before you think this is just shock value, stay with me, because what comes next will make you question everything you thought you knew about women's basketball. This isn't about bad officiating or a rough losing streak. This is about the league rotting from the inside out. This is about superstars being silenced, threatened, and treated like puppets. This is about 1 million fans finally standing up and saying, enough. This is the day the WNBA officially died. Now let me ask you something.
Out on a meeting to go sit down with Kamala Harris and continue to bash the lady in the media, which I'm not a Kathy Engelberg fan. I think she's a bonehead. I think she needs to be fired. I believe all of that. But them refusing to negotiate is not helping anything at this current juncture.
When was the last time a professional sports league canceled an entire season? Not because of a strike. Not because of a pandemic. But because the people running it were so catastrophically incompetent that fans literally refused to show up. Go ahead, think about it. I'll wait. Now here's what they don't want you to know. It started small. A bizarre foul call on Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham getting warned for absolutely nothing. Lexie Hull benched during the best stretch of her entire career. Fans saw it, players felt it, but everyone stayed silent because that's what you're told to do, right? Keep your head down. Play the game. Take the check. Wrong. Behind the scenes, it wasn't a league, it was a full-blown dictatorship. Players were being pulled into offices.
We have to wait an entire offseason, and we don't even know what's going to happen. There might be a lockout. There might not even be a 2026 season, guys. We might not see her until we don't know when we'll see Caitlin Clark play basketball again. That is what sucks. That is what sucks. It seems the owners and the players are far, far apart on an agreement as far as the new CBA, and we don't know when they'll make it back.
And handed lists, not playbooks, not strategies, but restrictions. Pages of what they couldn't do, who they couldn't be seen with, which other sports they weren't allowed to touch. They were told, stay in line or get suspended. Stay quiet or get cut. Obey or disappear. Then came the moment that detonated the internet. The league actually warned Caitlin Clark not to play golf. Golf. Think about that. The biggest star the league had seen in a decade, the one athlete carrying ticket sales and TV ratings, was told she couldn't even play golf in her free time. She couldn't bring Sophie, couldn't bring Lexie, couldn't step outside the WNBA's invisible cage. They were basically telling her she didn't own her own life. And that's when fans snapped, 10,000 of them launching a boycott.
We didn't hear any of that. And those are the types of things that we have been hearing for the entirety of the WNBA season last season. There's immediate hesitancy. Is that a word? There's immediate hesitancy about giving Caitlin Clark too much praise. They didn't want to give her too much praise. They didn't want to prop her up too much and forget about everyone else who came before her. Didn't want to put her on MVP ladders. Didn't want to put her as Rookie of the Year until it was so evident that they had to. There was just so many things that it felt like it was always just a little bit of a push. Like, make sure you don't do too much. We don't want to give her too much praise. We don't want to tweet about her too much. We don't want to post about her too much. We don't want to give her too much media coverage. Let's just make sure that everyone else is also happy. Like, that seemed to be the consensus for the entire WNBA.
It started with 10,000 fans cutting ties, then 50,000, then 200,000, then 500,000, and finally, the nuclear option, 1 million fans officially boycotting the WNBA. 1 million. Do you understand how catastrophic that is? That's not a protest, that's a full-blown uprising. Ticket sales didn't decline, they flatlined. Arenas didn't look empty, they looked abandoned. Chicago had maybe 150 people. New York? 100 on a good night. Some games looked like high school scrimmages with nobody in the stands. You could literally hear players breathing from the nosebleeds. Security guards outnumbered the crowd. It was humiliating. It was pathetic. It was a total collapse. And Adam Silver watched every second of it, every empty seat, every sponsorship that disappeared, every viral clip of Caitlin Clark taking an elbow with no whistle, every moment Lexie Hull lay on the court in pain while refs stared into space.
Kathy Engelbert's worst nightmare. It's her worst nightmare because so much of what people have said has come true about the interest of this league. It hinges on one person, whether they like it or not. This is last Sunday, folks. They keep telling me how popular. They keep telling me how damn popular.
In this fictional universe, every post about Sophie Cunningham showed her getting threatened just for showing up and playing hard. Adam Silver watched the league's biggest stars get battered on camera while the fictional commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, did absolutely nothing. Worse, she was the one issuing the cuts, the warnings, the humiliation. So he called an emergency meeting. The doors closed. No cameras, no reporters. Just a cold, heavy silence and one furious NBA commissioner staring down a room full of people who knew they were about to get obliterated. His first question, what happened here? Silence. His second, why are our stars being punished? Why are players being cut for no reason? Why are fans disappearing? Why do arenas look like abandoned warehouses? Why is this league falling apart? More silence. In this imaginary scenario, Kathy Engelbert had no answers, no explanation, no apology, no accountability. Just dead air while a league collapsed in real time. And that's when Adam Silver realized the truth. This wasn't incompetence. It wasn't mismanagement. It was sabotage, a systematic breakdown of what the WNBA was supposed to be. He looked at the footage, 150 fans lost in a 20,000-seat arena. Security guards on their phones because there was no one to guard. Sponsors quietly stripping their banners off the walls. Then came the clip that shattered him, players crying in the locker room, superstars furious, entire teams benched without explanation. Athletes told they couldn't play other sports, couldn't leave, couldn't grow, couldn't live their own lives. And that's when he said what no one thought they'd ever hear. The WNBA 2026 season is cancelled. The room went still. Players gasped. Executives panicked. Kathy Engelbert went pale. Because this wasn't just a cancelled season, this was an execution. This was Adam Silver declaring, the league is fundamentally broken, and we're done pretending otherwise. No preseason. No training camp. No draft. No games. The entire 2026 season wiped off the calendar. The WNBA wasn't a league anymore. In this fictional world, it had become a crime scene. Then players started talking, quietly at first, then all at once. They said they felt trapped, punished for success, controlled like prisoners. Some said they felt unsafe, injuries ignored, a toxic environment, leadership tearing everything down from within. And Silver finally understood, the league wasn't failing because of talent, or fan support, or money. It was failing because the people running it were burning it down on purpose. So he shut everything down. One decision. One erased season. One exposed league. And the reaction? Fans celebrated. Sponsors breathed again. Players felt heard for the first time in years. Meanwhile, in this alternate storyline, Kathy Engelbert could only watch as the league she was supposed to protect turned to dust in her hands. Now the real question in this fictional world is simple. What happens next? Does the WNBA rise again? Does leadership survive? Do players finally get the respect they deserve? Or is this the beginning of the end? If you think this story exaggerates the collapse, look at the fictional universe's attendance, the footage, the whispers behind closed doors. The truth, in this narrative, is uglier than anyone wants to admit. In this story, the WNBA didn't just get cancelled. It self-destructed. And, strangely, it might be the best thing that ever happened to women's basketball.